Last guy I played canceled on me even though it was winning 21-0. So here we go again.
TA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Green here.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 19-yard line. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right.
No! God, please, no! No!
Just too fast. It's just too fast.
Kyler Murray scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which
When
means
you're on a double team, you got to stay on the down guy. You can't let him go to get a linebacker.
Now is a little more consistency.
Gosh.
Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the gun on third down, gone. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Goff finding some room at midfield.
You gotta be
Had his
joking.
hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. And they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that. Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Murray now on first down. Green brings it in. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Sliding out of the pocket. And he goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes on the clock. Second quarter. 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Murray now on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And the catch made by Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Oh, wow.
Kyler Murray with a touchdown throw to DeAndre Hopkins. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. He'll get this off to Swift and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They can use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Connor. Room here to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. A final shot before half for Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zach Ertz, as time expires in the first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Prater on to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gaudin.
It's getting my ass kicked.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. More now to return.
I don't understand why my kicks aren't going where they should be.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to air it out deep for grabs.
You can't see me.
Intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. He gets this complete to Cephas. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll run on first down. Swift, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
On third down, it's Connor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game but the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 21.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He's going to let it go deep for the
Damn!
It is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Max Williams there to make the grab. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Goff. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute, because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
God dang, who's that, Buda Baker?
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A gain of 4 last play. They doubled that here and get 8.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, it's gone. And this one taken in by Cephas. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And he's got it.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
Hey, you're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Calling no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Now Goff. And he's caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw it, Murray. He's going to air it out deep for Green.
What's up, fuckers?
The ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okuda. And the Lions are going to take over here up near the 40. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level of what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson, and he's taken down inside the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Goff now looks to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
Oh my God!
At the goal line.
No!
Picked off by Robert Alford. And the Cards are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
All right, guys, I took another L. I'm on an L streak. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's the teams, maybe it's me, who knows. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the flip. Peace.